Hey everyone, welcome back to the final round of coverage here at the 2019 PDGA Disc Golf World Championships. We are out here back at Eureka Lake. You are on DD coverage with the Steel Series. Robert McCall and AJ Risley on the mic.
Steel Series.
We got Garrett Gurthie on the card, 22 under par. Same for Nate Sexton, sitting in a tie for ninth, 22 under. We got Calvin Heimburg, one of the tallest and nicest guys you're going to meet.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I think inch for inch, nicest guy.
19 under. And then same goes for Eagle McMahon, 19 under par. Let's hit the first hole.
Yeah. Eureka Lake, we're going to just dive right into it. Not the lake itself, but the course. Just going to start off hole one with a par 4, 633 feet. You do have to clear the water to be inbounds. And the water clearance is on the far right side, it's maybe 300 feet, and then after that, it just gets farther and farther the farther left you go. Garrett's going to throw a big hyzer flip, though. Called it.
Oh, my goodness. That's smashed.
And he definitely has the potential to give himself a putt for eagle on this par 4.
Yeah, that's way down there in a great position to approach the basket.
And if we look at the flags as Nate Sexton is lining up, the flags are fairly calm right now.
And he's just been playing this safe shot off the box way down to the right side. That is probably the closest that you can get to OB without skipping OB on the rocks over there, but he's going to have a long approach to the basket here.
Lots of cars in the parking lots.
Yeah, Calvin has smashed this.
Oof.
Looking pretty good. Yeah, it's got good stability at the end.
That's all he wants, yeah.
And that's actually going to be pretty good footing. Anything on the side of the hill just kind of is weird footing to approach the basket.
Yes, very strange.
Oh, and Eagle lost his sunglasses and absolutely torqued on this disc. Way down there.
And it's in the really good spot.
Yeah, that's 4 pretty great tee shots. Sexton will be first to throw from the farthest away. It's going to be an uphill hyzer for him. And here's a AVR Stamp Destroyer.
I think he's going to like it.
Oh, he's going to like it.
Circle 1. Easy money. We've got a very long throwing card on this video.
Very long throwing. Good touch from Eagle McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
Well inside circle 1. Calvin's got Rhino in his hand. And these are some of the closest approaches you're really going to see out here off the tee.
Yeah, very, very short second shots. All of these players did a really good job. They've played this course plenty of times. They know the lay of the land. They know what works and what doesn't work. So they know it doesn't make too much sense to get super aggressive and put it close to the pin off the tee, which, in turn challenges the water a lot.
Right.
What's really safe is to throw something overstable and punch it straight and a little bit to the right, so that way you get far enough to crest the hill, get that flat footing for the second shot up to the basket.
Yeah, and easy birdies as a result.
Yep.
On to hole 2.
On to hole 2, another par 4. Right out of the gate, this course just is trying to knock you out. And hole 2 is a great example of that. Par 4, 615 feet, curving left to right the whole way. And as you see on the left side of the fairway, where the ground does slope away to is, in fact, Eureka Lake. Lots of discs have a really easy time finding that water, getting a skip, or just fading off as they lose energy. And this basket is well guarded, not just the water and the OB line on that side, but an OB line on the right. A tree that is very low. And Garrett is going super aggressive on this final day with the roller, but a little too tight.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's hopped over the keen wall and will be out of bounds maybe a third of the way down the fairway, possibly a little bit less.
Yeah, 5 at best.
Sexton with the smooth forehand, as Sexton is wont to do.
Oh, wow. And he is just, oh my goodness.
Sorry, I said smooth, but I meant crushed forehand.
Yeah, and you could tell he's played this course plenty of times. He knows exactly how the fairway shapes, and it shapes perfectly for his forehand, especially one that goes lots of hyzer to hyzer flip, to push straight, and then fade off right at the end. And
that's a tough kick for Heimburg.
Worst
worst case. Exactly right.
Ouch.
OB left.
And Eagle could do just what Sexton did, if not more, with that forehand. And he does
almost
just
the exact
about
same.
as much.
Yeah,
Wowzers.
anything well past this little, thing with the picnic tables, the gazebo, I guess you might call it, is a great spot to be. Oh, that's a
very aggressive.
bad
almost.
skip for Garrett there. He's going to be throwing from the exact same spot. Now he's going to play it a little bit safer with his rock.
And I can't.
I respect the play.
Yes,
it's final round. Time to make moves.
Yeah, and he did have the lane. He had the lane to throw that shot. So he just got a little too much on it. It looked like. Who knows? Maybe it could have been something different. But it looked like he got a little too much on it. Flipped up to that right side.
Yep.
Calvin does a good pitch out from where he was. Not the most beneficial stance.
Yep, that's exactly right. Garrett caught the circle 2 flag there. He's going to settle right around circle 1's edge, maybe like 35 out.
And he's got a good angle at the basket. Not much water behind it.
Calvin Firebird approach.
Well done.
Yeah, a little ground action, but nothing to be afraid of. And then a couple of smash drives here. We got approaches coming in. McMahon threw this almost exactly the same in his 14 under par third round. Pretty much the exact same 2 shots.
That's really what you want. These drives are incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
When you're this close to the basket, it takes all the teeth out of this hole.
Right.
This approach just feels so much easier.
It opens up a lot of other routes, specifically that forehand route with the right hand that works away from the water.
That's exactly right.
And
Good
there you
pickup
go.
for Sexton. Putting with the Firefly, his signature disc.
It looked like it worked there.
Yeah, it's quite good. And McMahon with basically a drop in for his birdie.
Wowzer.
Tough stuff for Garrett out of the gate.
Nice shot. Was that a Raider?
Yep. Good little bit of turn and then a nice strong fade.
Nice.
Hey man, I've been meaning to talk to you about your pre-shot routine. It's a bit excessive, don't you think?
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, in a tournament you only get 30 seconds.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh. That bird just razzed me. I gotta restart.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Gosh, I would not want to play with Danny. He takes forever.
On to hole 3, man.
Hole 3, par 3, 200 and it's a little more than 260. Funny side note, I think the tournament staff put a little piece of tape on the tee sign where it said 260 and actually wrote 295.
Yeah, that's what it feels like quite a bit more because it
Yes.
plays uphill. Sexton with a smooth forehand out over the path. And he's
No,
bringing in
please
so
don't.
much danger,
Wow.
but it's curling back. Listen, if you got your name on the disc, those are the breaks that you get.
It's gonna work.
Yeah, Sexton Firebird settling nicely inside circle 1. Eagle's been playing MD3 up the middle this entire week. That's turned early.
Is it gonna
Working
work?
back. Tree-aided work back. Look at these guys.
2 for 2 on the disc name
Yes, with good
Kick.
kicks.
game.
That's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
All right, is Calvin throwing a Calvin Heimburg named it? Nope, this is Casey Pro Rock.
It's got Ken Climo's name. He lives kind of close to Ken Climo.
Nope. I was going to say he better not hit any trees or bad kick. Doesn't have his name on it.
Is Garrett Gurthie throwing the Sonic? We could have. Oh, no.
No, this is just going to be a rock.
Just rock 3 on this.
He's taking the
sweet Heiser
narrow
route.
hyzer. Awful kick. Oh, my goodness. All the
Ouch.
way out of bounds left. That is brutal.
I think with that smile and that look, I think he kind of knew that's the danger. You don't really get that reaction from a player when something like that happens if they don't
Yeah.
accept the fact that that's what they're risking.
Yeah, he knew the risk for sure.
So
Unfortunately, just forced to lay up for bogey there. This is Heimburg for par.
no problem.
And as he's been
Question.
known to do, he puts the pizza in the oven. That's one of his favorite putting metaphors.
Yeah, that's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's right. McMahon,
What else do you do with a pizza?
That's right. McMahon in for birdie. Sexton in for birdie. Great start for Sexton as he goes 3 for 3 out of the gate.
Yeah. And if you're a right-handed player looking for your putters to catch left side chains, look no further than the Firefly, because Nate Sexton 2 for 2 left side chains and in. It works.
Yeah, tell us
On to
about
hole
hole 4
4.
here.
On to hole 4, longer-ish par 3, but we're playing downhill, 423 feet. We're going through the left side gap here on this flyover. And for a lot of our players, they're going to play something that either is started on a little bit of an anhyzer and fades out slowly, or starts flat and has a slow right drift down this left side. And this basket, treacherous.
Yes.
So dangerous.
Yeah, up on that mound, everything wants to move out of bounds right. This is coming in as our 5th most difficult hole at a 3.14 scoring average for our cut field. So the 88 best players in the field.
Averaged over par.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
423, it doesn't feel like it plays that because it's so downhill. A lot of players are throwing mid-range or putter at this. So Sexton's is going to be early left. Eagles fought all the way down. He's going to have a putt, but that is likely obstructed by some branches and also has OB right behind the basket.
Yeah, yeah, right. He's got a circle 2 putt. He's got like 10 branches in his way. Elevated basket, OB right behind.
Probably just going to ring it up. Look at this shot from
Whoa.
Heimburg. I believe that's AVR X3. Pretty beat up. And he said he can just throw it hard and it'll just barely drift right.
And he throws hard and he likes to throw hard.
Yes, he does.
And this looks like an amazing shot in the making. Yep.
Good shape for Gurthie inside the circle. That's 2 fantastic drives on this. Now, only 18% of this cut field finding circle 1 in regulation during this last round. That's only 16 players.
Yeah. Wow. Really? Wow. And we saw a good play by Sexton. He didn't exactly go for the park job on the second shot. He's confident in his putting stroke. That's why you saw him lay up to where he is now.
Yes, sir. He's up and in. That's an excellent par save.
And again, left side chains. Firefly.
Pick
It's
you
a
one.
match made in heaven.
Pick you one up. Heimburg for birdie. And that's just high. Calvin has talked before about, oh, that's a good look from Gurthie, just a bit low.
Dimax is a process where we can take just about any image and put it on a disc.
Can we Dimax our love?
Well, yeah, we can Dimax that. Find out more about all the things that we can put on a disc at dynamicdiscs.com/Dimax.
As we were saying, Heimburg missed a lot low, so he just started putting at the band. That time he finds the band. Unfortunate.
Oh.
On to hole 5.
Just that laser focus, man.
Yeah, 476 feet, the second most difficult hole for our cut field, playing a 3.51 scoring average. Discs need to clear the baseball fence and be short of the OB string long in order to be in bounds. This is a reachable hyzer for everyone on our card today.
Yes.
It kind of depends on how they want to play the wind, which is apparently whipping right
It's
now.
whipping. And it's coming from different directions on this one particular hole.
Yeah, so I
It's
believe
very
this
strange.
is Destroyer for Sexton. This is a good angle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good, good conservative angle. The farther you go to the right, the shorter of a distance that you have to clear.
That's right. Eagle has been throwing Metal Flake Max on this. That's what this disc looks to be. This disc also looks to be inside the circle.
It is, yeah. For a second there, I thought he had way too much juice on that 500-foot towering hyzer, and it was going to skip out the back. But luckily, not the case.
Yep. Calvin Heimburg, Destroyer, just short for Heimburg. It's tough when you have to control your distance with an angle like the big spike hyzer that these guys are throwing, because if they just throw flat, they're well out the backside. Garrett Gurthie with a smash. He's safe. So only one player ahead of the drop zone. That's Calvin Heimburg.
Well, that's a cool-looking RV.
Yeah, I wonder who drove it there.
Yeah, I wonder who parked it
Yeah.
there.
Calvin parked it there.
Ooh.
Nice little.
Nice shot,
it's either an
Calvin.
eagle or a Firebird for Heimburg. Sexton with a conservative run.
Wow.
Maybe if it lifts, cool, but otherwise you do not want to blow past this elevated basket.
He was trying to put it on that first hay bale. Did he do it?
Dude, mission accomplished.
Oh my gosh, he put it on the top hay bale.
That should be worth something.
That should be worth 50 points right there, actually.
And after the best drive of the bunch, McMahon's putt is just high off the top.
Dang it.
Heimburg will be taking bogey, everyone else in a great spot to take par, which is gaining a stroke pretty much on half of the field so far.
Yeah, it's really not bad. Garrett's going to have some tough footing here, though. A little unstable.
Oh, he handles it
He
well.
converts.
Handles it
done.
well.
So he's got 50 points.
Yeah.
I only got 25 points. I put mine on the lower hay bales.
Yeah, those don't equate to strokes, but we do keep a tally.
Yeah, and right now Garrett's in the lead. Hole 6, par 4. One of the longest, most challenging par 4s on the course, 897 feet with a dog leg to the right and lots of OB. That tree line, basically that whole tree line on the left side is out of bounds, and we do have a slight headwind. It's going to be tough for our players to really get as much distance as they want with that wind. This green as well around the basket, OB, and fast.
That's right. Yeah, the most difficult hole on the course today, coming in at a 4.64 scoring average.
Yeah, as it should be. And this drive, it has challenged the OB on the right side very well, and what it's going to do is put Nate closer to the basket for his second shot. So we might see him attack. Who knows?
That's right.
Probably not. We might, though.
Yeah, who knows? You got Metal Flake Max here for McMahon. Nice and safe. He could kind of land wherever and still attack the green, but the closer you are to the ropes, the more comfortable of a shot it is. Garrett Gurthie going big hyzer as well. That's well safe of the ropes and actually challenging of the right side ropes, actually challenging the long ropes. And then Calvin Heimburg, who's been known to send it, just goes ahead and sends it. Smooth destroyer hyzer. I believe it's a destroyer. And pretty much a perfect spot.
Decent dig. That thing got a weird air bounce. Scary air bounce.
So McMahon is not going to play aggressive here. He takes a forehand, so he's over inbounds for the majority of the flight.
Yeah.
That's a smart play. We've seen a lot more players taking that route, as we see Sexton taking here with his Excalibur.
And this is almost an aggressive play.
Yeah, and that's so far up there. Easy pitch up.
It's like as aggressive as a conservative play gets.
That's
And
right.
This is 100% going for the green.
Here's as aggressive as an aggressive play
And
gets.
it's huge. Oh, and it just gets a little too high and a little too left, and the wind kind of gets under it.
Right.
Pushes it left OB.
If you remember the tailwind angle from hole 5, this is basically at 90 degrees to that. So this is
You're
basically
throwing into it.
It's just straight right to left, a little bit of headwind.
Yeah.
Heimburg
Wow.
is working back toward the basket. Oh, my goodness.
it.
Look at this fella. Hey, you want to know how many people were inside Circle 1 in regulation this round? 1.
Oh.
Calvin Heimburg.
Whoa. Oh, you just spoiled the Jomez coverage for me, Robert.
Sorry
What
that I
the heck?
spoiled the Circle 1 in regulation stats for
Dang it,
everyone.
for hole 6. What the heck?
Yeah, that's all
Robert?
right. So great approach from McMahon.
Now I'm going to have to skip this hole when I watch anything else.
It's a bit short on the approach for Sexton. This is Gurthie with a huge putt for his par 4.
Full flight.
Dude, I
Let's
love
go.
seeing the slow motion replay on that. Just leaning it in there.
Oh, yes, sir.
In the rounds before, there've only been like a few people who have gone out of bounds and saved the par 4.
Yeah, that's a great par save.
Yeah. Big time putt. This is Sexton for par. Oh, and just high for Sexton. Wow. He's going to card the bogey 5. And this is for birdie 3.
Nice.
Pizza effectively in oven.
Did you preheat, though?
I did not preheat. We're going to have to wait for a minute.
Dude, you have to keep the pizza in the freezer
Dang it. All right.
until the oven's already preheated
Yeah, all right.
all the way.
So McMahon in for par and Sexton in for bogey there. Move on over to hole 7.
Hole 7.
Easiest hole on the course? No, third
Almost.
easiest hole on the course.
Almost. It definitely feels like that, especially being a par 3, under 300 feet. It's slightly wooded with a low ceiling, so it does get a little claustrophobic, especially on the tee, which is why I think we see a little bit more of these forehand shots. And wow, Calvin skips it right between the goalposts, right in front of the basket. Almost aces it.
Yeah, and that is actually worth 3 points. He's still well behind Garrett Gurthie with his 50 points.
Yeah, 47 points behind.
Yeah. Hey, quick math, dude.
Thank you. I've been studying.
You've been out here on the block. Anyway.
Lots of flashcards.
That's right.
Eagle got a very unfortunate roll. You can see his disc, white disc. He hit those 2 trees, rolled back there. Going to be a tricky putt. Garrett, I want to say that's that new Wombat 3.
That's what I was thinking as well, yeah.
Not bad.
Good turn on that. Inside the circle, probably 28 feet. And you know what this is, Sexton Firebird.
Oh, is it? Nice.
It is, yeah.
Is it going to work?
3 points.
3-pointer. I will say it's kind of nice to. I don't know about nice, but.
Oh,
Oh
bangerang, Peter.
Gosh.
Dude, the Lost Boys back to claim their birdies. Sick, Eagle.
Get there. Nice.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
Couple drop-ins for birdie. You were saying it's kind of nice.
Well, yeah, and nice was the wrong word. It's interesting to see that no one took that extreme right.
Oh,
lane,
yeah.
Which I honestly, personally believe will be
Mandoed
out
Yeah.
next year.
We're on to hole 8, playing as the third most
Unfortunately.
difficult hole. 793 feet. Drives have to get over the creek. A lot of players will play down that middle gap, which is kind of a tall task. It feels a lot smaller than it actually is.
Right.
The real danger on this hole, though, is approaching this green. Water to the left OB, water to the right OB, and then quite a bit of brush and trees behind the basket. You absolutely must land the disc flat if you want to stay close here. Heimburg is going destroyer. Some weird air bounces, but a lot of distance. That's just like a low line drive, 425 or so.
Yes.
And Eagle doesn't really want to throw the gap. He's going to throw the big hyzer. He needs to get lucky.
Got through.
Lucky he got. Certainly trying to push it wider, but he's in a good spot.
Garrett.
A safe spot.
Get out of here, Garrett. That's ridiculous.
All right, so
That's big.
Yeah, so Double G says, I see your 425 line drive.
It's like, hey, nice drive, Calvin.
I race
Maybe
you
you should
50
throw
feet.
it in the air like this. Whoop-ah. And Sexton's like, yeah, well, I'm going to flick it farther than both of your throws combined.
But, unfortunately, it's short.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah, short, but in like his best spot.
Yeah, he's playing safe there.
He's going to like it.
Eagle pushed this forehand left, waiting for it to drift back right. And he's in a fine spot there. That's just pretty much a jump putt layup.
Yeah. Anytime you even flirt with those trees, like you even come close to doing something with those trees, you're like, I just want a par.
Yes.
After that, you're just like, give me a par and I'll move on to the bridge.
That's right. Yeah, Sexton with a nice, safe Firebird approach. About 70 feet out. Casey Pro Rock for Heimburg. Overturned for Heimburg.
Sit down. Okay.
And he's fortunate that didn't get past those trees because that's where that water is.
There's a little pond over there.
And Rock for Double G. Excellent angle if it's got the height. That's putting.
Yeah. Nice thing about throwing too low on this hole in particular, and a lot of holes on this course, is you throw it too low and you only sacrifice maybe 50 feet, but you're still in bounds.
Yes. Yeah, you can still take par.
Right. The other way around, you throw it too high, you might sacrifice 50 feet, and you're probably going to be out.
Yep. Good layups for our guys who are outside circle 2.
But let's see if Garrett can get the best of both worlds. Get there.
And just off the high right side of the basket, but that settles close. Looking at 4 pars here. And that's going to gain strokes on the field.
Wow.
Super easy for discs to slide out of bounds left here.
Yeah, mine did that 2 of the 3 rounds.
Yep.
Decent drive, and then second shot, OB left, pin high. Squandered par.
Yeah.
Hi, behind me is hole 9. It measures in at 354 feet. The first 100 feet or so are across this bridge that's behind me. And then we go out into the open, the last 200, 250 feet or so. The real challenge on this hole is the island. Our players have to stick it on the island, either right next to the basket is optimal, or there's a little bit of room off to the left side. So for me, I'm gonna throw a backhand, right hand, fairway driver, and just try to put it right under the basket. A lot of other players will be throwing backhand shots, trying to fade left into the big green and then get a putt from there.
Yes, sir, Officer Risley. Whatever you say, Officer Risley. Hey, but thanks for that dynamic detail, my friend. Little bit low for Heimburg. Yeah, and that looked like a mid-range, so not going to get a whole lot of ground play out of that. P2?
Perhaps.
This has plenty of distance for McMahon. Really just playing to the open side of this island. Nice safe play to make sure you get in bounds. Garrett Gurthie taking a bit more aggressive approach with his rocks, standing up to flat perfectly. Oh, yeah, by the way.
Great shot.
That's good.
That's really good.
Sexton's on a little bit of a heater right now. He's started out fantastic through the first several holes.
He has, and he's got a really good play on this hole with that Sexton Firebird.
Yeah, it's working back at the basket very well.
Lovely.
Yeah, inside 25. So this is going to be Heimburg from the drop zone, forced to throw his third. Rhino on the approach.
Rhino, get back in there. Yep.
And that's going to settle safely. If that crosses in bounds and goes out, then he gets to take that distance. But you're not trying to go double OB on a hole like this.
No, if anything, that'll cost you the tournament.
Yes. Too soon? Not too soon.
No, I think as soon as Danny asked me to do that detail on this hole,
You're like thinking about it.
Danny, are you sure?
It's all right, man. We got birdie for Sexton, who is, like I said, cruising. Garrett Gurthie with a nice birdie, an easy drop in par for McMahon. That's going to be it for the front nine here. We've had, like I said, some fantastic scores being put down by our competitors. Lots of birdies. Minimal, really big numbers outside of double G on hole 2 there. Yeah, we look forward to the back nine where we see where these guys are going to finish out the event.
There's a lot of birdie opportunities on the back
Yes.
nine. So this back nine video will be a very fun one to watch.
That's exactly right. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, so when that back nine goes live, you'll be notified.
And when any other videos go live, you'll be notified.
Yeah, anytime. We'll see you then.
See ya. Steel Series out.